This is the night where our stars do come out to shine.
It really is wonderful to look out here and see everyone here to celebrate with us tonight. If you think 4 years ago, we probably took events like this for granted, but not anymore. The chance to honor Baton Rouge's top area athletes, coaches, and teams for this year and every other year is an honor and a privilege for the Advocate. We will never take that for granted. And to get this program jump-started, I'm going to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, our MC, Mr. Michael Smith. You might know him better as the voice of LSU Gymnastics. He has been nominated for the Bob Shepard Award, a prestigious award given to the top public address announcer on either the college or professional level. He's with us for his 5th year. Michael, we appreciate your dedication, your attention to detail, and everything that you do for us. And the only thing left for me to say is, Michael, it's go time.
To be introduced by the GOAT herself is an honor in and of itself. Robin Fambro, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my heavens. It is a fantastic evening here in Baton Rouge, is it not? We are gathered among greatness in this room tonight, and I am absolutely excited to be with you again. As Robin said, it's my 5th year to MC this event, and it keeps growing, and it keeps growing. Just last week, we had the inaugural event just like this in Lafayette for the Advocate in Acadiana, and that was a sold-out event as well. You know, this is the 37th year for the Advocate's Star of Stars event. The objective is, as always, to honor a broad spectrum of athletes. But what makes this event so amazing is the list of past winners who have gone on to excel, get this, in the Olympics, the National Football League, the NBA, the WNBA, Major League Baseball, and professional golf. Baton Rouge is a sports town. We love sports played on every single level. At the heart of it, though, at the very, very heart of it, are all of you, our high school athletes. You are our greatest resource. We want to start tonight by thanking our generous sponsors, because without you, it would be impossible to put on a special event of this magnitude in a wonderful venue such as this at L'Auberge. On a night much like this, 21 years ago, our guest speaker was in your shoes. She was both a Star of Stars and Girls Athlete of the Year. What she did as a star player at Capitol High and beyond is truly incredible. She graced the cover of a national magazine, Sports Illustrated for Women. She led the Lions to 2 state titles and a 138-win, 7-loss record in her tenure, and scored 3,600 points. She was voted the National Player of the Year twice and led LSU to 3 Final Fours. She won 3 Olympic gold medals on top of that and 4 WNBA titles with the Minnesota Lynx. And not to be outdone, she was an 8-time WNBA All-Star. In fact, recently LSU unveiled a statue in her honor right outside the PMAC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the room our guest speaker for tonight, the one and only, one of the greatest to ever wear the purple and gold. It's Simone Augustus. Wow, okay. Well, one more quick plug before we move on with our program today. We invite everyone to check out our Twitter wall. It'd be great to start it off if you tweet a picture of Simone, of course. That Twitter wall is courtesy of Cox. Feel free to join in and add your photos and your congratulations tonight to all the winners. Just use hashtag #AdvocateStars. Advocate Stars. There it is, right there. If you'll add that, you'll be on the Twitter wall. Well, without further ado, our stars are in place, our guests are in place. Let's now begin our presentations, where the 2022-23 season began in the fall sports season. We want to acknowledge the support of Jerry Lane Cadillac, our fall sports sponsor. You know, our first winner led his team to a Division II non-select LHSAA title last fall. It was the 9th in school history. He is a UL signee who compiled 4,657 yards of total offense, 70 touchdowns. That included 2,477 yards rushing and 2,180 yards passing. He was the large school's All-Metro MVP and the LSWA's Class 4 MVP, and was the MVP of the title game. The star of stars for football, Dewanye Winfield of Lutcher. Our next winner was sidelined for a year and a half by a devastating knee injury, but she did not let that stop her. She helped her team win a Division III volleyball title, the school's first in 17 years. The Mississippi College signee was voted the LVCA's Division III Most Valuable Player, the All-Metro Small Schools MVP, and the Division III Finals MVP. She finished with 453 kills and a 300 hitting percentage with 322 digs. Welcome our star of stars for volleyball, Rhea Davey of the Dunham School. We are off and running. Next up is cross country. There are no guarantees of a victory in the final race of the year. Our winner accomplished that feat. The junior won the LHSAA's Division I individual title in Natchitoches with a 3-mile time of 18.5.6 seconds, while leading her team to a 7th straight LHSAA title. She earned All-Metro MVP honors and had a season-best 3-mile time of 17:53. Our star of stars for girls cross country, Hannah Vaughn of St. Joseph's Academy. Not to be outdone, the boys cross country runner we honor tonight is a senior and an LSU signee. He made his final fall season very memorable, topping the list of local runners at multiple meets. He was selected as the All-Metro MVP and was the Metro Meet champion. His best 3-mile time was 15 minutes, 20 and a half seconds at the Catholic High Invitational. Weeks later, he illustrated consistency by winning the Metro Meet title with a time of 15:24 flat. Welcome, the star of stars for boys cross country, Zachary's Ren Langley. Now, we'll move on to swimming. Our girls' winner is just a sophomore, but she has been one of the Capital City Swim League's top competitors since her middle school years. She led her team to a runner-up finish at the LHSAA's Division III girls meet by winning the 50 freestyle in 24:46 and the 100 backstroke in 57:22. She was voted the CCSL's Girls MVP by league coaches and had the CCSL's top regular season marks in multiple events. The star of stars for girls swimming, Riley Semino of Episcopal. The area's top boy swimmer is an SMU signee who also was voted the Capital City Swim League's All-Metro MVP. As a team captain, he helped lead his team to an incredible 30 straight CCL championships and a second-place finish at the LHSAA's Division I meet. He had the state's top team finish in the 200-yard IM, which was in 1 minute, 53.42 seconds. He ranks among the state leaders in the 50 free. Welcome, the Star of Stars for boys swimming, William Dejan of Catholic High. Now we move on to our winter sports, and we'll start with wrestling. Our winner finished his high school career with back-to-back individual state titles in the 182-pound class as an LHSAA Division I competitor. This season, he also led his team to a second-place finish by compiling an outstanding 34-4 record. He was a Metro tourney champion and was voted the All-Metro MVP by area coaches. The legacy he leaves behind includes a career record of 77-12. The Star of Stars for wrestling, Thomas Domain of Catholic High. Once again, as you see your name come up on the screen, make your way forward. Moving on to soccer, we start with our girls winner, who is a senior and a Spring Hill College signee. She was voted the Division I-II All-Metro MVP by area coaches. If you saw her play, you know she was at the heart of a balanced offense, having scored 24 goals with 12 assists. She helped power her school to the LHSAA's Division I title, the first one ever in school history. Let's welcome our Star of Stars for girls soccer, Madison Hitzman of St. Joseph's Academy. Soccer players work to become as versatile as possible. Few managed to do it as well as our boys' winner did over his 4-year career. He led his team to a #1 regular season power ranking and a berth in the Division I quarterfinals. He is known in circles locally as a catalyst on defense, but he also found a way to contribute on offense, adding 14 goals and 3 assists this season. The Star of Stars for boys soccer, Max Cavanna of Catholic High. And I'll just quickly note that these awards tend to run in the family because Max's brother Sean is the Star of Stars in swimming in 2018. Congratulations to the both of you. Well, Simone knows this, and that is that Baton Rouge has long been a basketball hotbed, both on the girls and the boys' side. And our 2023 winners only add to this tradition. The girl we honored tonight is a sophomore who led her team to a Division IV select title game for the second straight season. She ended her second varsity season averaging 17-8, 7.3 boards, 3.5 steals, and 2.8 assists per game. Her team played top teams from multiple classifications and compiled a 26-8 record and was the Division IV select runner-up. Let's hear it and welcome our Star of Stars for girls basketball, Shayla Foreman of Southern Lab. Our boys basketball star was Louisiana's most improved player and an unstoppable force throughout the 2022-23 season. The 6'10" UNO signee led his team to a Division I select runner-up finish. Come stand by me. I want to see this on Twitter wall, y'all. Right here. Let's see what we got for you. Ready? The 6'10" UNO signee led his team to a Division I select runner-up finish and a 32-4 record, averaging 22-1, 7.8 boards, 4.3 block shots. Is that it? It's pretty good. His most impressive number was this, though, and it was his field goal percentage. Is that right? 74%. The star of stars for boys basketball, Dorian Booker of Scotlandville. I don't think I make layups 74%, Simone. Absolutely amazing. Up next is Louisiana's fastest growing high school sport, and it's powerlifting. Our girls' winner was a 3-year standout, and she set records on individual lists, including a squat of 450 pounds. She finished with a total lift, 1,200 pounds, to win the 165-pound weight class for the second consecutive year. She is our star of stars for the second straight season. Please welcome our star of stars for girls powerlifting, Jaden Jackson of Zachary. The only thing I come close to in 1,200 pounds. It's not a fair fight. Our boys powerlifting star is a senior who made his final high school meet his very best while competing in the Division I 275-pound weight class. He started off the LHSAA state powerlifting meet by setting a record with a bench press 500 pounds. His monumental 3-lift total, 1,785 pounds, set both Division I and composite all-division records. Our star of stars for boys powerlifting, Luke Miller of Central. Well, before we move on to our next batch of awards, we have a few brief messages from our sponsors.
School is changing, and Cox is committed to keeping your family connected. If you have a K-12 student and receive government assistance, you may be eligible for fast, reliable, and affordable internet from Cox, with free access to Cox Wi-Fi hotspots. Connect with Cox and keep them connected. For program details, visit cox.com/connect to compete.
Hi, I'm Mike Race, and I'm so excited to be here with you this evening to present our Special Olympics Athlete of the Year Awards. These awards recognize 2 of the best athletes in the area who have demonstrated courage and excelled in their sports while sharing joy with their families and their schools and other athletes. These Special Olympians get to participate in local programs and show off their hard work. They can then advance to state and even national games. Congratulations to both of tonight's honorees. Your achievements and your sportsmanship make you a deserving winner.
Well, how do you feel so far? That's outstanding. Well, 5 years ago, the Advocate added several new awards to the event. We will honor the recipients of those 2 awards right now. They are the Courage and Spirit Awards. Battling cancer once is difficult. Our Courage Award winner did it twice over the last 2 years. She was also hospitalized with COVID-19. Last fall, she did it all. She juggled treatments, practices, games, and coaching her team to the LHSAA's Division I playoffs. Let's watch her explain her story.
When I first heard about Maria's diagnosis, it was sad, it was disheartening to hear one of my close friends go through something like that. But the type of person Maria is, I knew that she'd be able to bounce back from that.
It was hard, especially when she got the cancer twice. She never missed work except for, on Friday when he had to go to chemo. We always try to think positive, and even when we have negative thought, her attitude, when she talked to us, that make us feel great.
I couldn't ask for a better mother than her. She's so strong. She had such a positive mindset through everything. Like, that was the main thing that got me through. Like, she was never negative ever throughout the whole process. So being positive really helped. Like, it gave me reassurance that she was okay. You deserve this award so much. Like, I know this means a lot to you because of everything that you've been through, but you really deserve it.
My dog Rover, he was there with me. If I got up, he got up. If I'm there, he's there. He's an amazing dog. Like I say, I love my Rover. Anybody that's going through this, whether that has cancer or just hardships, don't give up. Keep trying. I mean, it's worth it. Yes, times are hard, days are hard. Sometimes you want to give up, but don't. I mean, you have family, you have friends that want you there. They want you there. And I want to be here. You should want to be here. Keep fighting. That's what I keep fighting. You got this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Courage Award winner, Woodlawn High School volleyball coach Maria Gonzalez. Outstanding, coach. Just keep fighting. Ask 5 people to define school spirit, and you'll probably get 5 different answers. Our Spirit Award winner personified school spirit in all the roles he played at his alma mater over the years. Several things set Jimmy Williams' story apart. First, he was the 1996 Boys Athlete of the Year. He was a 4-sport athlete in high school, and he starred at Vanderbilt. Was honored as an SEC legend just a few years ago. He played in the Pro Bowl with the 49ers and won a Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. But Episcopal remained in his heart. Williams came home to coach and was later an assistant athletic director, and Episcopal was woven into the fabric of his life until he lost his battle with cancer last summer. We asked Jimmy's wife, Chandra, and his son, Ace, to join us on stage as we watch Jimmy's story.
Jimmy was that person who kind of took me under his wing and really showed me what it meant to be an employee for Episcopal High School, what it meant to be a coach. He was so impactful to our kids at Episcopal, to me personally, through our relationship. He's continued to just show that he's impacted the entire school.
He just had that personality that captivated people and brought people in. People like that are hard to find, and if you can have one at your school or in your life, you're lucky. Here's a guy who played star player in high school, star player in college, played in the NFL, went to a Pro Bowl, actually played in a Super Bowl for the Seahawks.
During his last few months, even though he didn't know it was his last few months, his big message was to live for today, be in the moment today, be the best you can be today. And that was a constant thing that Jimmy was.
Initially, I really felt like, wow, I've watched my husband pour into countless kids, and now my son at 9 has lost his father. And I felt that was really unfair, and I just didn't get it. But God really impressed upon my heart that Jimmy and his spirit had given Ace everything that he needs to thrive in life.
And he would always say the stuff that can pick us up and make us go out there and just try harder to win the game.
Being a part of the Star of Stars and the Advocates Award Series is a huge deal. We have some of the best athletes come out of this region. Take some pride in being a part of this, and wherever you go, don't forget to just Do your best to make us proud here, and we'll always remember you. My advice would be to just stay in the moment. Enjoy high school. Enjoy being around your teammates, because when it's all said and done, obviously we can't play sports forever, but when it's all said and done, when you put your cleats up and you put your equipment up, you have those moments that you always remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome Chandra and Ace to the stage. Our Spirit Award winner, representing Episcopal, Jimmy Williams. Young men, young women, I can only say this, and this is my only preach of the night to you, and that is that you would do well to know Jimmy's story, to understand his commitment, his sacrifice, and his life, and you will be better for it. I can promise you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please join me in one more round of applause for both our Spirit and Courage Award winners. Now we turn the page and move to our Star of Stars winners for the spring sports, and we'll start with bowling. Our girls bowler is a senior who helped her team win the LHSAA title. The Nebraska signee was selected as the outstanding bowler in the LHSAA's team final, rolling a 228 in the final game. Her 199 pins per game average in the regular season was the Baton Rouge area's best. Our Star of Stars for girls bowling for the second time in 3 years is Ashton Yachis of Dutchtown. She is represented tonight by her father Brian and her grandmother Patricia, because Ashton is on her senior trip. Congratulations to her. Ashton Yachis. Very good. A year after setting a series of statewide records, our boys bowler did not let up the competition. He rolled a 300 game in an LHSAA competition for the first time and set a record with a regular season average of 238 pins per game. He was 30-1 in individual matchups and finished the postseason as LHSAA's boys singles runner-up, a matchup in which he bowled 10 straight strikes. With sunglasses or without? Without, he says. Man, what kind of story would that have been if he just said, oh yeah, man, I had them on, I was good. Please welcome the Star of Stars for boys bowling for the second straight year, Preston West of Dutchtown. Well, gymnastics, my favorite sport, was the second spring sport to hold its championship event, and our girls winner is a freshman who took the Level 8 competition by storm while leading her school to its first LHSAA title in more than a decade. She compiled an all-around of 37.8 with a consistent performance. She scored 9.3 or higher on all but one event and posted a top score of 9.75 on vaulting. The Star of Stars for girls gymnastics, Mallory Mitchell of Dutchtown. The LHSAA gymnastics meet was an encore performance for our boys winner. He won the LHSAA's Level 10 competition for the second consecutive year in dominant fashion. His all-around score of 73 even was nearly 3 points higher than the second-place finisher. He recorded the top score in 6 of the 7 individual events with a high score of 13.5 on vault. He signed with Iowa-based Simpson College. He is our Star of Stars for the second straight year in boys gymnastics, Walker's Cody Midbow. Next, we honor the Baton Rouge area's top tennis player. Our girls winner concludes a unique success story. She completed her career by compiling a 17-3 record and earned all Metro MVP honors as part of a doubles team that won an LHSAA Division I title. It marks the third consecutive year that she has won an LHSAA state doubles title for her school. Each title was won with a different partner. The Star of Stars for girls tennis, Sophia Manuel of St. Joseph's Academy. SJA Athletic Director Aaron Hart is accepting on her behalf because guess where Sophia is? Senior trip time. Congratulations. Our boys player also made his mark as a doubles player in Division I. He too was selected as an all-Metro MVP by local coaches as a senior. He was part of a duo that had a 12-3 record and won a regional title. The duo advanced to the LHSAA's Division I semifinals in Monroe. In 2022, that duo won a Division I doubles title to help their school win the team title. So, please welcome the Star of Stars for boys tennis, Aiden Duffield of Catholic High. Both golfers we honor tonight are sophomores. The girls player is a fixture at this event. She is the Metro Player of the Year for the third straight year. She won the Metro tournament and had the top regular season average of half a stroke over par. She placed second in the LHSAA's Division II regional and state tournaments and carded a 4-under par round at the LHSAA state tournament. Our Star of Stars in girls golf for the third year in a row, Sophia Macias of Episcopal. And Sophia, whenever you get ready to give lessons, just give me a call, please. Goodness knows I need them. Our boys winner was selected as the Metro Large Schools Player of the Year. He won a Division I regional title with a 71, finished second at the BR Metro Tourney, took third at the District Tourney, and recorded a second straight top 10 finish at the LHSAA's Division I state tournament. He also had the top Metro regular season 9-hole average, 34.43. Please welcome our Star of Stars for boys golf, David Marsh of Catholic High. Our two track athletes truly set a fast pace this spring. Our girls winner shook off a weather delay of nearly 4 hours at the LHSA Outdoor State Meet to set the Class 5A and composite records. She won the 100-meter hurdles in 13:49 and the 300 hurdles in 41:49. She also ran the anchor leg on the 4x2 that broke a 21-year-old record. The girls' Star of Stars for the second straight year in girls track is Makiria Harris of Scotlandville. Our boys winner was successful both indoors and out. He cracked the 24-feet barrier in the long jump indoors and outdoors, including a personal best 24 1 3/4 at the Class 5A regional outdoor meet. Along with excellence in the field, he was equally impressive on the track. He rebounded from an early season injury to post the Baton Rouge area's top time of 13:96 in the 110 hurdles. Let's bring out the Star of Stars for boys track, Broderick Davis, Scotlandville. We conclude our spring sports with softball and baseball. After an incredible all-around season in 2022, our softball player took things to an even higher level. And she did it while leading her team to a Division I non-select title. The Boston College signee batted .521 with 28 home runs and 75 RBI. In the circle, she was 32-2 with an ERA of less than 1 at 0.93 and had 288 strikeouts. The softball star of stars for the second straight season, and soon to be the Max Preps Louisiana Player of the Year, Addison A.J. Jackson of Santa Ma. Our baseball player is a 4-year starter and a UL signee who is the heart and soul of his team as a catcher. He led his team to a 36-3 record, a #1 power ranking among Division I select schools, a #10 national ranking, and a berth in the LHSAA semifinals. He batted .402 with a .487 on-base percentage and finished with 13 doubles, 2 home runs at 25 RBI. The star of stars for baseball, Clayton Pucho of Catholic High. Wow, what an incredible group of athletes so far. We're just getting going. There's still plenty more to come, but let's take a quick break and hear from some more of our sponsors.
Your home is where your memories live, where you laugh and where you love. We understand the importance of the valuables under your roof, tangible and intangible alike. So no matter what's around the corner, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
I'm CJ Patton. I'm the general manager here at Jerry Lane Cadillac, and I play football and I wrestle.
I'm Carla Diaz. I am a sales consultant, and I play soccer and I run track.
Hi, I'm Alicia Jones, and I'm a sales consultant, and I was a dancer.
Hi, I'm Marsha Wallace, business manager, and I was a cheerleader.
Hi, I'm Jackie Price. I'm a sales consultant and I played basketball.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm the business development coordinator and I play football.
I'm Samantha Wickard. I'm a sales manager and I played volleyball.
Our team at Jerry Lane Cadillac proudly supports all the teams recognized here tonight. Congratulations to all that were nominated and to all that compete each day.
School is changing, and Cox is committed to keeping your family connected. If you have a K-12 student and receive government assistance, you may be eligible for fast, reliable, and affordable internet from Cox, with free access to Cox Wi-Fi hotspots. Connect with Cox and keep them connected. For program details, visit cox.com/connect to compete.
Well, before we move on to our additional awards tonight, our special guest, Simone Augustus, has agreed to be on the receiving end of some questions from the Advocates High School sports writer, Robin Fambro. It is my honor to turn over the stage to one of the greatest ever in Baton Rouge sports history, Simone Augustus.
Well, a little different than when you got the award in 2002.
Yeah, I think we was at the Advocate offices, like a little small room when it first started or in the earlier days. So it's great to see that it's grown to this point where we see this nice audience and, you know, the celebration of these athletes.
Well, let's get right to it. And one of the first questions I want to ask you, I know you've got a message you want to relay to these young people today that's very important. But talk about what the high school years that you spent meant in the development, your development as a person and as an athlete.
Oh, it meant a lot. I went to Capital Senior High School, for those who don't know. We had an amazing girls basketball team. We only lost 7 games in 4 years, which was an amazing feat. But those particular years taught me a lot about pressure and perseverance. And I'm gonna quote a lot of stuff. Coach Bob Starkey was my coach at LSU, and he posts a lot of quotes. And one of his quotes a few days ago was, "Pressure is a privilege." That means that someone expects something from you. And so I learned in those days about the expectations that were placed upon me and the things that I needed to do to help my team win, for myself to get better, and understanding what that pressure and perseverance would mean. My first 2 years, I did not win a state championship. We lost in the semifinal round both years. No, we lost in the finals one year and the semifinals round another year. I didn't win until my junior and senior year, and I believe that those 2 years really taught me a lot about what I needed to do, my discipline, my mental focus, my physical abilities, just getting ready for what the opposing teams was going to throw at me, and being ready to excel and to reach the peak, which is a championship for all athletes, to be able to hoist that trophy at some point. So those early years really taught me about the conditioning of the mind and the conditioning of the body.
Talk a little bit about just your development from there. Is there anything that you'd want to look back and tell your younger self, looking back on it now, where you are?
Nutrition.
Including everything you've done. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, nutrition was something that I wish I had really took serious a little bit sooner. I know when you're younger, you eat a lot of snacks, you eat a lot of junk food because we can get away with it. Your metabolism is high. But to be honest, had I taken that a little bit more serious, I think later on in my career, especially in my professional career, my body would have lasted a little bit longer. Maybe I wouldn't have felt as fatigued. But every level requires a different version of you. Every level requires you to raise the level of awareness and what's necessary for you to excel. And so each level, from high school to college, you got to be a student athlete, even in high school, but college even more so, with the demands that you have. From the college to the professional level, it was just a demand of how excellent did you want to be? What were your goals and how were you going to achieve them? And so it was great to kind of see a lot of that come together, but really and truly, had my nutrition been in line with my discipline or my focus as far as my physical effort, I think I would have excelled even more. And I didn't do half bad, but...
No, you didn't do half bad. You didn't do half bad. She didn't do half bad. No, one thing that a lot of people, we talk a lot about your successes here, but I wrote a couple of years ago about one of the things that wasn't a success that actually kind of set you on a different path, and it led to you winning 3 Olympic gold medals. Sometimes you talk a little bit about how sometimes not winning or not getting what you want can actually inspire you to greatness, because I think it did that with you.
Yeah, it's funny because the first time I started playing ball, I remember the first game I lost. It was in elementary school. It was against a neighborhood friend that lived across the street. And I was so teed off, and I was going off, and my dad was there, and he saw me. He was like, "Look, you have to be a great loser before you can be a great runner." And I didn't understand. I was like, "A loser?" And he was like, "No, you have to understand, in order for you to respect and appreciate winning, you have to understand what that loss meant, the lessons that were learned during that time." And so for my first 4 years professionally, we were the worst team in the league. When I tell you other teams did not even warm up for us, like, they didn't. I remember walking out one game, and the young lady, I seen her, you know, it was a friend of mine, I'm talking to her, I'm like, "Why are you not warming up?" She was like, "We're gonna win by 20, and we already have our playoff position, so we're moving on to the next stage anyway." And that made me feel some type of way. And so when our time came, and we had our dynasty team in Minnesota, I appreciated those wins because I understood what it meant when we were losing and we were at the bottom. So when we got there, I was more of a gracious winner than anything because of the hardships that I had faced prior to.
Everybody talks a lot about, again, your individual accolades, but one thing Coach Starkey and I have talked about with regard to you that a lot of people overlook. Not only was she was a great scorer, but she was great in other areas of the game too. But one of her attributes that people tend to overlook is that she was a great teammate. Talk about what it meant to especially, I think about the Lynx teams, I think about all your teams. I think at each level that kind of grew within you.
I know, I think naturally I just became a leader because of my talent, and so everyone gravitated to me, but I'm not really a vocal person. This is hard for me to stand here and talk, sit here and talk to you all because I'm very quiet and I'm very to myself, but I think those moments brought it out of me, having great teammates. And not all of your teammates are great. I know you all, you all know some of them are a bit trying, but they help you understand what it takes to lead and what it takes to follow, because I've had great teammates, Lindsay Whalen, Sylvia Files, Rebecca Bronson, all players that stood up to the test of time. And when I wasn't my full self, when I was coming back from an ACL or some type of injury, they helped me along. And so it was just amazing to be able to be a part of that and then to learn and grow in an environment like that.
Any particular memories you have from your high school career? Because these young people are at the point where they're forming theirs. When you look back on it now, is there anything in particular you remember? I assume the state titles. Anything else?
Yeah, obviously the last state title that we had in Hammond. I think it was a sold-out crowd. My parents actually saved all the VHS tapes, so we watched some of the games. I know, VHS, right? Oh, man. But we got to see the crowd, and it was amazing. I just remember Capitol High fans were trying to come in, and no one was leaving. And they were like, where are we going to sit? And they was like, oh, you can stand in the stairway, or you can stand here. And just to see the impact that girls basketball had on the community of people or a state of people, that they were demanding a seat in this arena, and they wanted to see us play, and the impact we had on the generations even after us, really meant a lot to be able to experience that and see that, and definitely want to be a part of continuing the growth here in Louisiana.
And, you kind of see that again. You saw it again this year with LSU women's basketball, didn't you?
Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yes. Give it up for the Lady Tigers. That was a joy to watch, and it was a long time coming. I mean, it took a while, but Coach Smallkey, Coach Starkey, that staff, those young ladies just went on a ride that we really didn't expect early on. But as you could see throughout the Final Four and throughout the playoffs, they started to come together and really play hard, play together, play to win, which is what we all, talk about as athletes. But to see them finally, be able to bring a national championship home after going myself, 3 Final Fours?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to finally, bring that national championship home was
And that's kind of a magical feeling too, isn't it? When it all comes together, when you're on a team like that, isn't there kind of a feel? Maybe I'm romanticizing. You tell me.
I know these athletes should be telling me. I know it's an amazing ride. You know that feeling, like you can look at your teammate and you just know what he or she wants you to do. The movement, the flow, the actions, the coaches are on point. You see the scouting report and you're like, I already know that. You locked in. The way that you get ready for the game and seeing the clock, seeing your opponents, you're looking across there and you're like, not tonight. This is our night. It's just that type of feeling. I saw that with the ladies in Dallas, and it was amazing to see that, finally, happen for them.
Well, I won't keep you on the hot spot too much longer.
Thank you.
But I know you really want to be a presence here. You want to help teach some of the athletes things that you know. Any wisdom or any parting advice you have for them?
You know what? They say your superpower is self-belief and imagination. I can believe in you, but if you don't believe in you, nothing else matters. Your family, your friends, everyone. And imagination. You have to almost be delusional about your goals. Like, not crazy delusional, like the good delusional. Set your goals, set them high. Set them high where you don't think you can accomplish them. And I promise you, I've been the benefactor of the universe's blessings. I remember setting goals, and I'm not really a goal setter. Everybody got an iPhone. You got your notepad in your iPhone. I remember tearing my ACL. And after that, I was coming back, a lot of contract situations was happening, and people didn't believe in me. And I was like, but I believe in me. I loaded up most of my contracts and bonuses. And I sat down and I wrote in my notepad, I just want 1 championship. I just want 1 All-Star. I just want 1 gold medal. And I ended up getting 4. I ended up getting 8. I ended up getting 3. Because I found the courage within me, even when people didn't believe in what I can do. And I had an imagination that was beyond what people would have thought. Now, I didn't think I was gonna get a statue. But that makes my point. You get more than what you put out.
Simone, and this is where I get to embarrass her a little bit. I asked her the other day how long we've known each other, if she remembered the first time she met me. This actually makes me feel older than her probably, but I first met her when she was 9 years old, and she was a phenom then. She was destined for greatness, and she's been nothing but good for Baton Rouge and the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Simone, for sharing your experiences and insight with all of us. I'll just remind one parting thing. just because I like stats and I'm a bit of a numbers guy. And I'll just remind the audience tonight that Michael Jordan only has 4 Olympic medals and Simone Augustus has 5. Yeah. Just saying. Now, let's shift gears and move into our major awards of the night. We will start with our Girls Coach of the Year and our Boys Coach of the Year. First, let's learn about our Girls Coach of the Year finalists.
Rafi is one of the most passionate high school coaches I've ever experienced, and I've been around high school sports for 30 plus years. He's extremely passionate about what he does and about the energy he brings every day to the girls. He does a lot of special things on and off the field for them daily, weekly, and he really does make every moment special and every moment count that he has with that group. We've had a lot of fun along the way, a lot of dancing. Every time they score a goal, he runs on the student section and gives everybody a high five.
Coach Rafi has impacted the team and me as a player by making me a better athlete. He would push us in trainings and push us outside of trainings to be a better person as well.
Coach motivates the team in just being very intentional about everything that we do, whether it's practice or whether it's a film session or just even team bonding.
He pours himself into whatever he's doing. It doesn't matter. He pours himself into life. He cares about his players. He wants them to be better at soccer. He wants them to be better at life.
I played soccer growing up in Brazil. It's almost like a religion. I think the best part of my job is the ability of being with my girls every day. I'm their coach, but they know it's not only about soccer. I'm not coaching soccer, I'm coaching kids. I think that the best thing of the day is the ability of me influencing each